Burlap brings a warm, homespun touch to Christmas that's hard to beat. Have you ever noticed how a little bit of this rustic fabric can turn even the simplest ornament into something special? It's budget-friendly, sturdy, and fits almost any theme. If you're tired of shiny plastic and store-bought sameness, Burlap Christmas decorations offer a breath of fresh air. Picture your tree, mantle, or front porch with handmade charm and a hint of nostalgia. Ready to give your holiday decor a cozy upgrade? Burlap poinsettia flowers with pearl centers add a raw, vintage charm to any Christmas tree. Their rough texture feels warm and inviting, while the pearls offer a bit of surprise elegance. You can clip them onto branches or use them in garlands. Either way, they instantly create a cozy farmhouse vibe. Making these flowers is simpler than you might think. Cut burlap into petal shapes, glue them together, and finish each bloom with a faux pearl at the center. They're sturdy and reusable, but beware, burlap sheds fibers, so keep a vacuum handy. Still, their rustic look is worth a little extra cleanup. Mini burlap Christmas tree cones bring a rustic charm to any holiday display. Wrapped with textured fabric, each cone looks inviting and warm. Add cinnamon sticks and dried orange slices, and you get more than just decor. These natural accents fill the room with a comforting scent and visual appeal. Creating these cones is simple and budget-friendly. Cut burlap into triangles, roll into cones, and secure with glue. Attach cinnamon sticks and dried oranges using twine or hot glue. The result? Decorations that look handmade, smell amazing, and don't break the bank. Though burlap can shed, so keep a lint roller handy. Burlap-wrapped pinecone ornaments bring a cozy, rustic touch to holiday decor. The earthy texture of burlap pairs well with natural pine cones, adding warmth to any tree. Twine bows introduce a handcrafted feel, while tiny red berries pop with color. These ornaments are easy to make and wallet-friendly. Think about this. Mass-produced decorations lack charm. Homemade burlap pine cones tell a story. However, burlap can shed fibers, so work over newspaper. Want extra sparkle? Dust a few berries with glitter. This project works for kids too. Just swap hot glue for craft glue for safety. Mixing burlap with lace ribbon creates a striking contrast that fits perfectly with a woodland-inspired mantle. The rough texture of burlap softens with delicate lace, producing a warm, rustic aesthetic. Drape the garland loosely for a relaxed look, or wind it around greenery for extra charm. Making this garland is simple. Just layer strips of burlap and lace, securing them with twine at intervals. This project is budget-friendly and easy to personalize. If you're worried about fraying, dab the edges with clear glue. The only real drawback? Burlap sheds a bit, so keep a handheld vacuum nearby. Burlap angel ornaments bring a warm, rustic touch to any holiday tree. With wood bead heads and twine halos, these simple figures add a bit of homespun charm. Want your tree to feel more personal? Try making them with your family. Kids love threading beads and shaping halos from twine. However, burlap can fray easily. A quick fix: dab a thin line of white glue along the cut edges. These ornaments may not be museum pieces, but their honest, handmade appeal outshines any factory-made bauble. They're proof that beauty thrives in imperfection and a sprinkle of creativity. Star-shaped burlap tree toppers with gold glitter edges bring a rustic twist to traditional holiday decor. The rough weave of burlap keeps things delightfully homespun, while the shimmer of gold adds just enough sparkle to catch the eye. Want affordable charm? This topper fits right in without breaking the bank. Some might worry burlap feels too plain for a tree topper, but the gold trimming tells a different story. It bridges farmhouse style with festive flair. Try pairing it with simple lights and wooden ornaments. You'll have a tree that feels cozy, inviting, and just a smidge unconventional. Who says holiday decorations can't add a dash of whimsy to your cabin? Burlap and felt woodland animal ornaments deliver rustic charm without trying too hard. Squirrels, owls, and foxes crafted from these materials feel homemade, even if you bought them. They're conversation starters dangling from your tree. Making them yourself is surprisingly simple. Grab a bit of burlap, some colorful felt scraps, and a glue gun. Trace basic animal shapes, cut, and layer for texture. Imperfection adds character. No need to fuss over straight lines. These ornaments bring warmth, but beware, burlap can shed, so keep a lint roller handy. A rustic burlap wreath, wrapped with plaid ribbon and dotted with frosted pine cones, brings warmth to any door. This decoration looks charming in both modern and country homes. If you're handy, hot glue pine cones and weave ribbon yourself. Store-bought versions save time, but may cost more and lack personal touches. While these wreaths offer cozy seasonal flair, burlap can fray or fade over time. Spritzing fabric spray helps the burlap last longer. Hang it indoors or in sheltered spots outdoors for best results. Why settle for plastic when you can add a touch of nature and handmade appeal? Burlap gift bags with hand-painted snowflakes and jute drawstrings add a rustic, handmade touch to holiday gifting. The texture of burlap, combined with the charm of painted designs, makes each bag feel personal. Friends and family will appreciate the extra effort, even if your snowflakes look more like abstract art than winter wonders. Reusable and biodegradable, these bags offer an eco-friendly alternative to traditional wrapping paper. However, burlap can shed fibers and sometimes feel scratchy. A simple cotton liner fixes that. Try filling them with homemade cookies or small trinkets for a thoughtful, charming surprise under the tree. Nothing says cozy quite like burlap-wrapped candle holders. Wrap a simple glass jar with burlap, tie it with twine, and tuck in a tiny pine sprig. This low-cost DIY adds instant charm to any holiday table. Plus, it's quick, no glue gun burns or fancy skills needed. Sure, burlap sheds a bit and can look rustic to a fault if you overdo it, but paired with the fresh scent of pine and a flickering candle, it feels intentional, not sloppy. Test different jar sizes for variety and avoid placing them near anything flammable. Safety first, always. Oversized burlap bows add instant charm to your front porch, especially when paired with sprigs of fresh greenery. These bows hold up well outdoors, and their rustic texture blends beautifully with pine, cedar, or magnolia. Don't fuss over perfection. The beauty comes from their relaxed, country feel. While burlap is budget-friendly and easy to shape, beware of fraying edges if exposed to wind and rain. You can spray a quick coat of clear sealant to help. Try layering the bows with twinkle lights or pine cones for extra holiday sparkle. Guests will notice the inviting, homemade touch. Burlap garland, when paired with fairy lights, delivers a rustic yet inviting holiday look. The contrast between the rough fabric and warm twinkle creates instant charm. Adding cotton ball snow completes the cozy homemade feel. It's simple. Wrap the garland around a banister or mantle, string in lights, and tuck in the cotton. This decoration shines for anyone wanting a touch of farmhouse style without breaking the bank. However, burlap can fray and shed. A quick fix? Lightly hem the edges or use clear adhesive spray. The result is an approachable, festive accent that looks great day or night. Three-dimensional burlap Christmas trees with wooden stick trunks add homespun charm to any festive space. They're quick to assemble. Just wrap burlap around a foam cone, secure with pins, and insert a sturdy stick as the trunk. The rustic look fits both modern minimalism and cozy, country-inspired decor. These decorations aren't just pretty, they're practical. Burlap resists tearing and can be reused for years. However, dust can cling to the fabric, so a quick shake outside keeps them fresh. Place several on your mantle or cluster them as a table centerpiece for instant, crafty holiday cheer. A burlap snowman trio brings charm and character to holiday decor. Their rough texture stands out against shiny ornaments. Button eyes add whimsy, while plaid scarves inject a pop of color. These snowmen feel homey, not mass-produced. Kids love their quirky faces. For a quick craft, try gluing together small burlap sacks. On the flip side, burlap sheds fibers and can look messy if handled roughly. Keep them indoors to avoid moisture damage. Still, their rustic look fits perfectly with farmhouse or country themes. If you want decorations that spark conversation, this snowman trio is a winner. Layering burlap and muslin to craft Rosette ornaments adds instant charm to any farmhouse-inspired Christmas tree. The rough texture of burlap pairs beautifully with the soft, understated muslin, making each ornament both rustic and inviting. Simple hot glue, some twine, and a little patience go a long way. Making these ornaments is beginner-friendly. Cut strips, twist into rosettes, and stack them for dimension. Hang finished rosettes with jute for that homespun feel. While burlap can fray, a dab of clear glue solves the problem. These ornaments won't sparkle, but their cozy appeal is hard to beat. Burlap-wrapped mason jars offer rustic charm with minimal fuss. Fill them with pine branches and cranberries for a simple centerpiece. The texture of burlap pairs well with the fresh scent of pine. Toss in some cranberries for a pop of color. No florist required. Just a quick trip to the grocery store. Practicality shines here. These jars are reusable and budget-friendly. Swap out the greens as they dry, or add fairy lights for evening glow. If you dislike mess, though, pine needles can scatter. Place the jars on a tray to catch debris. Problem solved. Burlap bird ornaments charm with their rustic, homespun look. The rough fabric pairs nicely with soft felt wings, creating a playful contrast. Add a checked ribbon scarf, and these birds become instantly festive. They're inexpensive, simple to make, and kids can help. Just don't expect perfection, and you'll love the result. Hanging these ornaments adds warmth and personality to your tree. Their handmade vibe stands out against shiny store-bought baubles. No two turn out exactly the same. Want a bit more flair? Try different ribbon patterns or stitch names on the wings. It's a small touch that sparks conversation. Rustic wall hangings using burlap, mini pine cones, and wood beads offer an inviting charm. Quick to assemble, these decorations bring warmth to any space. Attach strips of burlap to a stick, string on wood beads, and glue on pine cones. The result? An earthy accent that looks homemade, not tacky. However, burlap can fray easily and sometimes sheds tiny fibers. To avoid mess, seal the edges with clear glue or a lighter. Mix bead shapes for extra character. Hang above a mantle or beside the tree for instant holiday spirit. No expensive materials or advanced skills required. Burlap reindeer silhouettes on wooden plaques bring a rustic, homespun charm to holiday decor. They're easy to assemble. Just cut burlap shapes, glue them onto stained wood, and add sprigs of faux holly. This hands-on project creates a cozy, nostalgic look without breaking the bank or requiring advanced crafting skills. However, burlap can fray and shed fibers, so be prepared for some mess. Consider sealing the edges with clear glue to keep those silhouettes crisp. These plaques offer a practical way to personalize your space, and they make heartfelt gifts that stand out from the usual store-bought ornaments. Pinecone and burlap angel tree toppers offer a cozy, rustic charm that plastic or glass options can't compete with. The blend of natural textures, earthy pine cones, rough burlap, and shimmering gold ribbon creates a warm, inviting look. These toppers can be made at home using basic materials and a bit of glue. Still, DIY projects have their hiccups. Pine cones can be tricky to secure, and burlap tends to fray if handled carelessly. A quick tip: wrap wire around the pine cone's base, then tie the burlap and ribbons snugly. Want something different? Add tiny bells or beads for extra sparkle. Small burlap pouches filled with cinnamon sticks bring a rustic charm to any Christmas tree. They're simple to make and create a cozy, inviting scent. Just tie a few cinnamon sticks in a pouch, add a ribbon, and hang. Guests will notice the warm fragrance before they spot the pouches. These decorations aren't just pretty, they're practical. Cinnamon naturally repels some pests and keeps your tree smelling fresh. However, if you have allergies, cinnamon might not be your best friend. Still, for most, this is an easy DIY that combines style and function in less time than brewing coffee. Burlap-wrapped wire stars offer a rustic charm that fits right into farmhouse or minimalist holiday decor. Pairing these stars with sprigs of eucalyptus creates an earthy, inviting look. Eucalyptus brings a fresh scent and subtle green color, making each decoration feel both simple and elegant, no glitter required. Creating these is straightforward. Shape wire into stars, wrap with burlap strips, and secure eucalyptus with twine. This craft is forgiving, so perfection isn't necessary. However, burlap can shed fibers, so keep a vacuum handy. Still, the result is warm and organic, an easy upgrade from plastic ornaments. Imagine counting down to Christmas with a burlap advent calendar. Each numbered pocket holds a small treat or note, adding anticipation to each day. The rough texture and natural color give a cozy farmhouse feel. A tiny pine garland strung along the top injects greenery without overwhelming the scene. This decoration is both practical and charming. It's reusable, so you skip the waste of disposable calendars. However, burlap can shed fibers and may not suit those with allergies. Still, its simple beauty and hands-on interaction bring warmth and nostalgia to your holiday home. Burlap Christmas decorations add warmth and character to your holiday setting without breaking the bank. Who knew something as humble as burlap could turn plain spaces into festive retreats? These ideas prove that rustic can be both stylish and cheerful. Ready to try your hand at a few of these projects? Grab some burlap, a bit of twine, and your imagination. Whether you craft a garland or a tree topper, you'll enjoy the homemade charm and maybe even spark a new family tradition.